Hi everyone, it's Miss Jean Baptiste. Today we're going to look at irony. So if we look at the first slide here, irony is words that express a situation that defies reality or readers' expectations. There's three kinds, and those we're going to talk about in just a minute. So the first one is called situational irony. The second one is dramatic irony, and the third one is verbal irony. Situational irony is the situation is the opposite of what you expect. So it's something that you would never expect to happen. So, for example, if you have a greedy millionaire and they win the lottery, well, a millionaire doesn't need to win the lottery. So it's kind of weird that a millionaire would be playing the lottery. Why are they playing the lottery? They have lots of money. So you would never expect a millionaire to win the lottery. It's always someone who doesn't have money. So that's situational irony. Another example would be two robbers have their car stolen while robbing a bank. Okay. That's situational irony as well. It's kind of funny. If you're robbing a bank, you're committing a crime, obviously. And you would never expect a crime to happen to criminals. So as they're committing a crime is being committed to them. So that's irony, situational. And the last one is a man survives a plane crash only to be killed on the way to the hospital in an ambulance wreck. So imagine you're in a plane and it crashes and you survive. That's like a miracle. And people would say, oh my gosh, they survived. There's no way. How did that happen? And they get the guy in the ambulance and they're rushing to the ambulance. And he ends up dying on the way to the hospital. You would think that he would have died in the plane crash, not the ride to the hospital. So that's another example of situational irony. So how do we remember situational irony? Look at the word situation. It's a situation, something that happens. So think of it. When I want to think of situational irony, I think of a situation that I would never expect to happen. So always look at that word situation, and maybe that might help. The next one is called dramatic irony. And it's when the audience knows something the character doesn't. This is something that you see a lot in books. You might see it a lot in, obviously, in text, like when you read fiction. And it's very, it causes a lot of suspense, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So here's an example. So we see the axe murderer hiding in the closet as the unknowing character enters the room. So this is when you're watching the movie and the people are climbing up the stairs and going right toward the murderer. And you're in your head or saying out loud, oh my gosh, don't go that way. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't do it. And they do it anyways. Why? Because as the audience, we know what's going to happen. All right. They're not going to be alive much longer. And so that creates a suspense. So that is dramatic irony. When we know what's going to happen to the characters, and the characters have no idea. Finally, we have something called verbal irony. And the words literally mean one thing, but intend to express the opposite. This is sarcasm. As you get older, people use sarcasm more and more, and they never mean what they say. So an example, Tom makes a mistake, and Jane says, nice going, Einstein. Does she really mean nice going, like good job? She doesn't. She means, why did you do that? And then on top of that, she calls him an Einstein. Well, we know Albert Einstein is one of the smartest people that ever existed. And does she mean he's an Einstein? No. She means the opposite. He's not at all an Einstein because he made a mistake. So that's verbal irony. She does not think he's smart and she does not think he did a good job. The next one is Jane trips and falls, and Tom calls out, "Slick move." So Jane trips and falls. If you see your friend trip and fall and they don't get hurt, most likely you will probably laugh at them. And something you might say to them is "slick move." A slick move is like a cool move, um, something done well. And if you trip and fall, that's not a slick move. So this person is, in other words, saying, way to go, clumsy, you're being clumsy, or oh my gosh, I can't believe you fell. So it's the opposite. So that is irony. Again, we have three kinds. Situational, that's when we don't expect a situation to ever happen. So, example, a fire station is burning down. We would never expect that to happen because firemen put out fires for a living. So, how could their fire station be on fire? And then, of course, we have dramatic irony. And if anybody saw the end game, we know that Thanos figures out that the Avengers are coming after him and he is ready to come to them. So we know at the end of the movie there's going to be this epic battle between Thanos and the Avengers. We know, but the Avengers don't know. And then finally, we have verbal irony, which means the exact opposite of what you say. So if my hair is looking horrible when I wake up this morning and my daughter says, "Nice hair, Mom," she does not mean nice hair. She means, "What a wreck." And thinking to herself, maybe you should get a brush, Mom. So those are our ironies. And if you have any questions, please let me know through chat, or you can send me an email through my office hours from 1 to 3. Have a wonderful day.